business mode. I'm in business mode. Never no stack. It's all about the give and go. I'm in business mode. Yeah, I'm in business mode. The way that I'm dropping, you can never stop the flow. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in business mode. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. It's Cunningham with a drive. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. Stan, the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Yeah, a ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
Pass to Anthony. Rebound by the Trailblazers. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Avdia with a steal. To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Henderson outside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You know, I like that decision from Henderson, giving up the rock.
Brooks outside. Pass to Duren. Cunningham, left side. Clock at 6. On the wing, Anthony. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Artest. And the three-pointer goes.
I just love the ball movement.
And here's Detroit. 9-point game. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton. Throw it down.
The big fella, Ayton, suspended in the air as he's creating.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 9. Floats one. And that one's good. Cunningham's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Pass to Artest. Ayton in the high post. Now here's Henderson. Shot clock at 6. To the left side wing. Duren with a rebound. Ivy outside. On the wing, Anthony. Lets it go from deep. And Ayton pulls it down.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
Ivy's shot is off.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers. Number 20.
Pistons trail by 9. And here's Cunningham. Thibault with a steal. To the right side. Now here's Henderson. Pass to Klingon. 6 to shoot.
You're getting really physical there inside. Now, Klingon knows this is just going to be part of the routine for him here in the league.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, known for his size and defense, Klingon has the potential to be a very effective two-way player in this league.
Now here's Cunningham. To the inside. Stewart. Out to Anthony. Over Grant. And again, no good by Detroit.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ending the quarter up 10. They've had incredible.
The Trailblazers. 16.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Cunningham. Driving in. Uses the glass on the layup. Cunningham's got 6. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now Cunningham. He's got 6. Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. To the paint. Stolen. Left side Sharp. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Anthony misses. Portland leading by 10. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle. And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Blazers making a change here. And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They're leading by 8. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And here's Detroit. Pass to Duren. Back to Brooks. Ivy outside. Now Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. From the wing. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Simons outside. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Ivy. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Some room here for Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Anthony's got 8. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Anthony outside. He buries it from 3. He's got 11.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Inside. And stolen by Anthony. And here's Ivy from the arc. And Ayton pulls it down.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Brooks from outside. Portland with a rebound. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Sharp. Lets it go. Pass to Simons. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Pistons trail up by 3. Cunningham up top. He's got 6. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
Great touch there from Cunningham. He's so skilled.
And here's Portland. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Aiden. Here's Simons. He's scoreless. Back to Aiden. It's Sharp on the wing. Aiden inside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Duren. Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw misses. Both teams will make substitutions. No good on the second free throw. Beasley for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Portland leading. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
Pass to Brooks. For the tie. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Ayton. And stolen by Stewart. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Henderson scanning the floor. Anthony grabs the board. The Pistons leading to the paint. Here's Stewart. Missed inside. Henderson outside. Here's Ayton. Back to Henderson. To the middle. Here's Avdia. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. To the inside. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Back to Anthony. They swipe it. Pass to Ayton. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
And here's Cunningham outside. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. Three-pointer, Brooks. Drains the triple. Brooks has got 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Anthony. From 12 feet. Portland with a rebound. Here's Artest. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 3-point Portland lead.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Schroeder with it. Duren the screen. Back to Schroeder. From deep. Avdia pulls it in. Portland leading by 3. Pass to Clingan. 1:03 left in the third. Got it. Good job in the low post.
At 7'2", Clingan is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
Here's Ivey. Outside Schroeder. Back to Ivey. Launches a 3. That one no good. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle could be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Henderson. Give him 8 points now. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now. And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Duren. Got a hand on it.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. It was the last touch by Clingan. Three-pointer, Anthony. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers out in front, up 4. And we're just moments away from the...
30 seconds.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And here's Cunningham. Down low. Here's Duren. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
To the inside. Sharp. And he throws it. What a terrific lead pass.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Duren with the bucket. Duren's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Henderson, right side. Ivey with the defensive effort. The Pistons trailing. The open shot by Brooks. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Inside. Nifty move. Pass to Ayton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And Cunningham pulls it down. On the wing, Anthony. To the middle. Back to Duren. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Moving well. Duren working in the two-man game.
Pass to Ayton. The 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Now here's Anthony. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cunningham. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Henderson left side. Here's Kamari. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Ball's going up the court. Ivey's shot is off.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Anthony outside to the paint. Duren. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
To the middle. They get back on track. They puts up a 3. Drills it from deep. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense. Key points from Henderson. Stepping up. Scoop, young man, scoop.
Here's Anthony. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Anthony's got 19 points.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
On the wing, Brooks. 47 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Anthony. And Ayton pulls it down. Duren with a steal.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Down low. Out to Anthony. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.